Sorry, that warm-up music still really just gets you in the mood. Not kidding. Guys, welcome back to Earle Sports Bets. I'm Timothy Earle, joined with Terry Edelman. We got a decent-sized card. 5 NBA games to go over, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 NHL games to go over. I forgot to set up any college basketball, but if anybody's interested in anything college basketball, leave them in the chat. I got my my college basketball document up on my monitor, and I'll list off any of the games you guys are interested in. So, but we got a bunch of games to go over, and excited to get into it. But before we do that, Terry, how have you been doing? We haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, things have been going good. Yesterday, I took a day off. Really, I did a small for fun parlay that lost thanks to the Dallas Mavericks, but I wasn't expecting to win or anything. It was just like a little fun little parlay. I just wanted to take the day off because I didn't like yesterday's card.
Yeah.
So back at it today. I've been doing pretty good, other than NFL. Things have been going pretty good lately. So
that's too.
Yeah.
We'll see. NFL's been rough. But yeah, I will say it was a lighter day for me and Nick yesterday. We only had 15 plays up on the site, so it was a little bit of a lighter day. Only 7 in college basketball. But quick recap of that, and then we'll go ahead and go to the chat, say hi, and then start going over some games. We'll start with the NBA. But yesterday, NBA work, 3-1-1 on my 5 plays. Portland over. That one looked bad at halftime, and then they put together a 76-point third quarter, and it kind of soared from there. That was kind of nice. Miami and Denver over. I kind of got worried with that one once Jimmy Butler got ruled out. Didn't really have to worry that much. Denver took care of business, and that one ended up finishing 120-111. So that one went way over the total. My push yesterday was Washington and San Antonio. I got it at 215. It was at 215. So unfortunately, it went and pushed with like 12 seconds to go. So I was like, kind of annoying. So whatever. My loss in the NBA was Charlotte. They forgot to show up. No, sorry. They showed up in the first quarter and then didn't show up the rest of the game. But I will say my big win, the one that I was most excited about, and sorry, Terry, Cleveland. I accidentally put 2 units on them because the night before the games, that was the only line that was up. So I bet Cleveland plus 5.5, thinking, okay, grab that now. It could be down to a 4.5 by the morning. I don't want to miss the line. Well, it was still at 5.5 in the morning, and I was half asleep putting in all my plays, and I clicked all 5 of my plays yesterday, including Cleveland, so I had 2 units on Cleveland. Luckily, they won by like 20, so that was not a sweat at all. Cleveland, it continues to be one of my favorite teams to bet on this year, along with, I know everybody loves betting on Warriors, but Cleveland's my team to bet on, so good there. Nick in hockey. He went 1-2. His only win was Arizona plus 1.5 goals. He also had Calgary on the puck line and Buffalo money line. So, honestly, if you put Calgary money line, profitable day. But, hey, try to go for a little bit of plus money. Can't argue with that. But 1-2 day there. And then for college basketball, we went 4-3. Losers from the over in that Texas, Arlington, and UCSB game. We had the over 132. It finished at 132. We had over 132.5. And it missed by half a point. And the thing that sucks is at the end of the game, the guy turned down a 3-pointer, stepped up, shot a 2 in to make it a 132 instead of 133. It was a blowout anyway, so it really didn't matter. So it's just like, why couldn't you take the 3? I would rather have lost on a 130 and had a shot to win at the 133 than lose at the 132 by missed by half a point. But that's fine. Old Oral Roberts Tulsa game did not go under by any stretch of the imagination. And North Carolina Charlotte kind of took their beating, and we had them plus 12, and they lost by like 40. So that one was not pretty. Winners for yesterday, Illinois -5 versus Notre Dame. Easy win. Easy win there. They won by like 10. Wyoming, that one was close for a little bit. They end up winning by 10 plus as well. The over in the Iowa and Virginia game. Yes, an over in a Virginia game. That one's kind of interesting. But we cashed it. And then the over in that Gardner-Webb, North Carolina Central game, cashed that one as well. 4-3. Another winning day. I believe we've had 20 days of college basketball, and we've been profitable in like 17 of them. Me and Nick are 162 and 116 in college basketball this year, up 35 units. So we're just going to keep rolling with it, keep making that money. And I know we have another 12 college basketball plays up today, so big day today for that. And ready to get into it. We'll go say hi to the chat and then jump into the card. Covered the Nuggets. Yeah, the Nuggets won straight up. Cavs plus 6.5. Love it. You had the Rockets. There you go. Bulls minus 5.5. There you go. I had Bulls faced Charlotte. Why would you have Bulls and then Charlotte? You had both sides of the game?
Oh, that's what he takes.
That's kind of interesting. Why are you betting the Heat? You had the Nuggets. And why what? 3 of those losses goes against 3 of those wins. I'm confused, Omar. You need to clarify that one. Because Nuggets, Cavs, and Rockets, all winners. Yes. But they faced against the Hornets, the Heat, and the Thunder. So that one doesn't make sense. And Seattle, I didn't bet it, but I wish I put my money on Washington. I was mentioning, so many people on Seattle. So many people on Seattle. I want Washington. Never bet it. It happens. In school, so you won't have volume to bet on it. All right, that's fine. Let's get the show on the road, Terry. I know Terry just wouldn't. No, kidding. That one was on me.
It's I will never say on me.
It's Carlos. It's never on Terry. I personally. So, Christina, my girlfriend, got a job at one of the hospitals, local hospitals nearby, and I have to. I drive her to work at 6:00 in the morning, which is fine. And then I come back here knowing that I had the show at 11. So I set my alarm for 9, 9:30, and 10. And I woke up at 10:30. So that didn't work. I was the reason why the show was late. So sorry. Let's go today. Let's get it. By the way, says free pick video. Just wondering about St. Louis. They're missing some good player. That is not a question for me. That's probably a question. Terry, what do you think about St. Louis?
Well, that's a very tough game. I don't know about their injuries, so that's something good to look into.
Yep.
But that's a very tough game, St. Louis and Tampa. But obviously, I'll be rooting for Tampa. But we'll get to that later.
When we're going over the NBA, you could look up the injury report on that one. Also, Flames OT last night. Let's go. Me and Nick. Nick had the Flames puck line, so it happens. Suns and Panthers versus Capitals over 6 and Kings parlay. I will say I am a fan of the Suns. Panthers. Who are the Panthers playing today?
Washington.
Yes.
So you're saying Suns money line, I'm guessing, and then Panthers, Washington under, and then Kings.
Which
I don't mind the Kings. It could be LA Kings or it could be Sacramento Kings.
Oh, well,
nobody knows.
I would figure. Yeah, you're gonna have to clarify that one.
Could be.
You're gonna have to clarify that one. Oh, he did. Kings versus Ducks.
Oh
wait, no, that doesn't help either. Yes, it does. Never mind. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Terry in the house. Yep, Terry. Woo. Hi, Rich Star. How you doing? Where's Nick? Nick's at class, but you can't hear me, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Morning, guys. Morning, Chanel. I got the Stars on plus money last night. So many defensemen out for Panthers and Hurricanes. Ottinger
in goal
tonight. Let's get it today.
I have not seen him confirmed yet, but I will be on Dallas 100% if Ottinger is in that because he has been amazing this year. He's 4-0-0 with a 1.26 goals against and a 959 save percentage. So that's unreal. So if he is in net, then I'll probably be on that game. But yeah,
Gotcha.
we'll get to it later.
Oh, you're saying that you didn't. You're saying that you lost all those. Okay. Money day. Let's get it. Omar Kush out this morning. Kush.
Kush is like a type of marijuana. So
You
I
know
don't know
what?
if
It could have been a player in the NHL for all I know.
It could be, yeah, it could be. But
Just saying those teams cover my bet. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I need to go for a walk after that confusion. Washington plus a goal and a half. Ducks plus a goal and a half. Let's go. Okay. Pretty sure those are really juicy. Washington plus a goal and a half, minus 195. And then you said Ducks plus a goal and a half. That's minus 240. So very, very juicy.
Parlay.
But
maybe it's up to
yeah, it has to be kind of be a parlay. And at that point, that's probably not even money at that point. But we'll go ahead and jump into the NBA real quick. There's only a 5-game slate, and then we'll jump into some hockey. Once again, if you have any questions about any college basketball game, I'll leave them in the chat. We'll go over them. I know Terry is not going to be betting any NBA today because his 2 favorite teams to deep throat while playing NBA are playing against each other. So no place for Terry in this one. But we'll go ahead and jump into them because I got plays on every single game. I'll run through these real quick, and then we'll get to the hockey slate. We'll start with the Battle of New York, the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets going at it. Brooklyn is home, favored by 6.5, a total of 216.5. Knicks 11-9 this year, 6-3 on the road, 14-6 for the Brooklyn Nets, 6-4 at home. And I'm on the Nets. I just really don't know what we're going to be expecting out of this Knicks team. They've been up and down, and they're consistently inconsistent because they can go and beat the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta, and then they lose to Phoenix, which no shame there. Barely beat LA, lose to the Chicago Bulls. Beats Houston, loses to Orlando. On this pace, they're win-loss, and hey, they won last time out. So no, I don't really follow that types of trends, but I feel like Brooklyn takes advantage of them here. Brooklyn coming off of a loss against Phoenix a couple days ago, they're going to want to come out and get a win. They know they can beat this Knicks team. I think that Brooklyn wins this game by double digits. So taking the Brooklyn Nets minus 6.5 in this one. We'll move on. Chat. But today for sure, I'm betting Nets. Nets. Yep, and or the under. I would probably lean more towards the Nets area. Grizzlies plus 4.5. Not fading the Warriors plus 2.5. Taking the Pistons plus 9.5. Dummy Lakers. I'm gonna ride with them too. We'll go over all the games. I'll quickly go over all the rest of the last 4, and then we'll jump back to the chat after that. Memphis and Toronto. We get Memphis 10-10 this year. Toronto 9-12. Toronto 4-point favorites or 3.5-point favorites at home. Total of 216. And I'm going over this total. These 2 teams have really been hitting overs lately. 7 straight overs for Memphis alone by themselves. And then Toronto is hitting a bunch of overs too. 3 out of their last 5 and 7 out of their last 10. So both these 2 teams have been a heavier over trending teams. So I'm just going to take the over 16.5. Probably a lean towards Toronto at home at the minus 3.5, but no real spot for the side on the slate on this card or this game. I'm going to go over the 216. Now, the game that everybody wants to look at, Golden State Warriors and the Phoenix Suns in this one. And 2 best teams in the league, 18-2 for the Golden State Warriors, 17-3 for the Suns. And, of course, I had to pull out the Warriors jersey to tell you I'm betting Phoenix. I'm not jumping in front of this 15-game or 16-game winning streak that the Suns are on at home. I know a lot of people and a lot of the public is going to be like, oh, well, Golden State, they've been winning a lot. They're the best team in the league, and then now they're underdogs. I got to go after them. And everybody, because Golden State's a very, very public team. and I'm going to fade that. I think the Suns go in and win today, continue their 16-game winning streak, make it 17. And this will be your Western Conference Finals this year. Not a doubt in my mind. These two teams are the best teams in basketball. And honestly, I think either Golden State or Phoenix have a shot to compete with that, 73-9 season from Golden State. I think one of them could possibly go up with them and even try to break that. I think Phoenix would have a little bit better of a chance than the Golden State team, but I definitely think one of them could possibly have like 10 or 11 wins at the end of 10 or 11 losses at the end of the year. So these are definitely the best two teams in basketball. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these two teams are holding the trophy at the end of the year. Obviously, they're the best teams and things, so we'll go with that. But I'm on the Phoenix Suns. I just took the money line. I think it's going to be a good game. 2 games left. The Lakers and the Kings in this one. Lakers 3.5-point favorites. Total of 226 in this game. Lakers 11-11 this year. 8-13 for the Kings. This is a spot where I'm going under, and I'm probably going to have the PTSD from the last time these two teams played. I had the under 226. It was an under all game long, and then at the end of the fourth quarter was 100-100, and then they end up going into an overtime, and then a second overtime, and then a third overtime, and my under was screwed. So as long as that doesn't happen again, I think this one's going to be a deadbolt under again, because we saw how these two teams played last time out. I think you're going to get something similar this time out, except for no overtime. Please, Lakers. Please, Kings. No overtime. Let's go under this total, 226. I have this one lined at like a 216. So under in the Kings game. And Nick did just text me saying he wanted to add that he got the Kings at +5. So I'll add that to his card in a little bit. It would be a lean towards the Kings for me. But I don't bet the Lakers, so that's that. Last game of the day, Detroit and Portland. Portland is a 9.5-point favorite in this one. Total of 215.5. Detroit, yikes, 4-16 this year. 10-11 for Portland. But Portland is a totally different team at home. 9-1 at home. But we're not really looking at a side for this one. I'm going to go under the total. Portland's on a second leg of a back-to-back after facing Utah last night. A hard-fought game in Utah. And then Detroit is Detroit. I think this one goes way under. I would even be interested in looking at the Detroit Pistons team total under 103. I think that this is just going to be a lower scoring game for them. I think Portland cools down after that high scoring game yesterday. So under the 215 in Portland and Detroit. Those are all 5 of the NBA plays for today. Just want to run through them just because I know Terry doesn't really have any plays on them because normally he bets either Phoenix or Golden State. And seeing that both of them are playing against each other, he does not have anything from this game.
I have a nice winning record doing it, so
there you go.
If it works, it works.
It does. We'll go ahead back to the chat, and then we'll go into the realms of hockey for Terry. So Suns and Warriors, over or under? I think I would lean a little bit towards the over in this game, but I really don't have a feel on it. I think it was at like a 221. I had it round to 222 or something like that. There was zero value on this total for me. Both teams go at it. Yes, they do. May want over the total, I would say. If you think both teams are going to go at it, I think both teams would go at it defensively. But we'll see. Hard to pick a winner. I went against the public. Public's going to go heavy on Golden State. I'll take my Phoenix. True. Yep. Sacramento +5 as well. Yes, I'll add it to your card, Nick. I'll add it to your card. We're about to go into hockey, so I'll have some time to be able to sit back and relax. So we'll go ahead and jump into it, and then I'll go and fix Nick's crap because he can't do stuff the right way. We'll go start with the San Jose Sharks in New Jersey facing off against the Devils. Devils a 135-140 favorite in this game, total of 5.5. Where are you starting it off today?
Well, I just sent Nick some news in the group chat, and his response was yes, with a whole bunch of S's in capitals, because Jack Hughes is returning for the New Jersey Devils tonight. This is
Oh,
a huge returning player for New Jersey. He's, in my opinion, their best player they have. New Jersey looked so great to start the season before Hughes' injury. The fact that he's back is what's going to push me to adding New Jersey money line to my card. I was kind of it was a lean, but I'm going to be on at least New Jersey money line, maybe New Jersey in regulation as well. I'll have to look into that. But Jack Hughes is great. The Devils have a good young team. Um, the only negative is San Jose. James Reimer is back in net again, off a shutout. Reimer has been playing amazing for San Jose, so not exactly a player I want to step in front of. But I have a feeling with Hughes back in the lineup, New Jersey is going to get that win. So New Jersey money line for me in this game.
there you go. Nick had something in this game, I believe.
Yeah, he's on the puck line.
Oh yeah, there's the puck line. Yep, plus 170. Nick's on the puck line. He's been doing that a lot lately, where he's gonna take smaller favorites and then turn them into dogs and do it that way. So
Well, being on the puck line and then finding out Jack Hughes is coming, I can understand why he's so happy, because
pumped. Yep.
that's a really good thing for the Devils.
Oh yeah. Afternoon. Happy weekend. Is it the weekend? It's freaking Tuesday. What? Okay. Purdue and Florida State plus 11. Let's see. Do we have anything in that game? No. We have it lined at an 11-point spread and a total of 141.5. So yeah, there was, as much as that's a fun matchup. That would probably be a video play, and that's about it. Just because, and you'll learn it sooner or later. The best way to make money in college basketball is to bet on the smaller schools, because those are going to be the not as sharp lines. So when you start betting on the smaller schools, that's when you start making your money. Not the Purdue and Florida State game, but we passed on that one. No real value for us there. Russell Wilson's doomed, dude. I didn't bet it, and it kind of annoyed me because I was on it like the entire day. I was saying ever since like Lenny's show yesterday, when I saw how many people were on Seattle, it just made me think, oh, I want to go Washington. Didn't bet it, but that would have been the spot that I wanted to get to, and I just never pulled the trigger. But hey, ugly game last night either way. Devils money line. There you go.
That's fine.
Jack Hughes is back. Loving your puck line even more. Yes, I would imagine that you would be. Yes. Player total points, Dawson Mercer, plus 1 and minus 150. Does that sound about right?
I'm kind of confused. So plus 1 point. So that means either he can get a point, or I'm confused. I'm confused at the plus 1.
We'll see.
But minus 150.
And is playing so good recently. Yes, Devils are. Sorry. You're good. You're good. We can, yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just like, that's an interesting day to start a weekend. I'm down for a Tuesday weekend. Let's do this. It's 5:00 somewhere. Let's pull it. Okay. But we'll keep running through these games. Washington Capitals in Florida facing off against the Panthers. Panthers' last home game, they actually lost. They lost their first home game of the year. I believe that was to Seattle. But they're 140 favorites at home. Total of 6. Where are you looking in this one, Terry?
Just looking at injury report here. Gustav Forsling, one of their defensemen, is on IR. Barkov is still on IR. Anthony Duclair is day to day. So those are not good news for Florida. They're facing Washington here. TJ Oshie, Mantha, Backstrom. So yeah, Washington still has guys on injury, but they've been winning anyways. I'm going to go with the draw, plus 320. I have it at. Let me see here.
That's right. I got to pick out my draw.
Yeah, plus 320. Washington, Florida. Both teams are playing so well right now. The only way I can look at it is the draw. It stood out to me right away. So half unit play on the draw, as always. All my draw plays are half units. So we'll go with the draw and we'll see what happens. But I could definitely see this game being like 3-3, 4-4. They do tend to score. These two teams do tend to score when Washington goes to Florida. So I could definitely see the over 6, but I'm not really much of a totals guy. So it'll be draw for me.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm putting in my bet for my draw of the day, and I'll announce that one when we go over that game. But yeah, I don't mind a draw in this game. I know these two teams are very competitive, so that's a decent spot. Howard line moved like the Cornell line yesterday, and Cornell was cash. I didn't bet the Cornell game yesterday, and I don't have anything on that Howard game right now. I'm going to go check to see what that line movement was to see what you're talking about. Howard is – that's a 5-point spread now. I still don't like anything from that game anyway. It's only 3 value. We have Mount St. Mary's as a -2 favorite, so if anything, it's leaning towards Howard at +5 in that game. I want to lean Washington here at plus money. The Caps have been playing well, but past year, fair enough. Washington, Florida draw, Dallas, Carolina draw. Maybe add St. Louis and Tampa. I will say, none of those are my draws. Capitals money line. No, it's not that one either.
Okay, good.
It's not that one either. Over 6? ? The Capitals game? Why not? These two teams, Capitals and Panthers, yeah, they normally score pretty high, so why not look for an over? Looks good. Yeah, maybe a 3-3 going into overtime. There you go.
I could definitely see that.
We'll go ahead and move on to the next game. We get the Detroit Red Wings in Boston taking on the Bruins in this one. Bruins are around a 221 favorite in this game, total of 5.5. Where are you looking at this one?
This game is a pass, but I may get to Detroit plus 1.5. I'll have to keep looking into this. Allmark is in net for Boston. So he's the, I guess you would say, backup. Or he's the worser goalie than Swayman. So seeing him in net, Boston's been very good against Detroit at home, 4-1 in the last 5. They played well, but Detroit hasn't been a good team for a few years now, so you can't really look at that. But with Detroit's rookies, they have 2 of the top right now. They have the top 2 rookies in Mort Seider and Lucas Raymond. So Detroit's in a good spot for the future. Tonight, I'm just not sure. I lead Detroit plus 1.5, but I'm not sure I'll actually get there.
That's fair. Did Nick have anything on this one? Detroit and Boston. I want to say he didn't. Nick, Jersey, Nashville, St. Louis. Yeah, no, nothing from Nick. Nick doesn't really have many plays on the slate. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and move on. We get the Columbus Blue Jackets in Nashville taking on the Predators. Predators around a 150, 160 favorite in this game. Total of 5.5. Where are you looking at this one?
I just want to bring up the stat that I posted in the chat yesterday. Nashville has won 5 in a row at home versus Columbus, and 9 of the last 10 games they have won versus Columbus. So Nashville definitely knows how to beat Columbus at home. That is for sure. But Columbus is playing very well this year. Nobody expected them to play as well as they're playing. Nashville, on the other hand, is probably playing a little bit better than some people thought they would too, but not nearly like Columbus. So if anything for me, Columbus is 4-4 on the road. Let's see here. Nashville is 6-4 at home. I don't like to go against my when I see those stats like that. I don't like to go against it. So that's what's going to keep me off the game. But I would be on Columbus money line if they didn't have such a horrible history in Nashville. Then I'd be on Columbus. But because of that history, it's keeping me off the game. So it'll be a pass for me with a lean to Columbus. But we'll see what happens. Oh, is this it?
Boom. I want to. The thing is, when I look for draws, I don't want to pick the obvious ones. Like, obviously, yeah, you can go for the Washington-Florida game. That one's close lined. You can go and look at maybe the Devils game, maybe the Stars game, and think, oh, those can. I want to look at the ones that people might not see as much, like Columbus, and that's like a 160, 150, 160 spread, so it's a little bit more spread out than some of the other games we're looking at. And I figured these two teams are probably pretty evenly matched and go from there. I just try to throw at the end of the day, I just need to get 1 out of 3 right. So I don't know. This one was the one I wanted to take a shot at.
And you are going against your brother, who's posted in the chat already. Didn't take him long, but you are going against Nicholas's play today.
Yep. I just noticed. You know what? I'm gonna just. Yep. I forgot that.
One of you will be happy.
Hey, yeah.
Both plus money plays.
To be honest, I just put $4 on it, so I don't really care. Because I don't bet hockey, so I'm not going to bet anywhere close to any of my unit sizes. So my bad. Preds money line. Yep. No draw. You know what, Nick? I'd rather have Nashville puck line. I apologize. I didn't realize that I bet against that. So my bad there. Let the best brother win. Let Nick win. Let Nick win just because that has a little bit more impact on our picks and parlay stuff. My bad, Nick. I didn't realize it. I was just looking through the games. I'm like, ooh, that one could be good. And I forgot that you bet Nashville. So, whoops. Hey, oh, draw the day's a loser. There we go.
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. But I'm not going to be rooting for it anymore. We'll go ahead and move on. Tampa Bay in St. Louis taking on the Blues. This one's pretty close to a pick 'em. I think it's like a 115, 110 favorite for the Blues. Total of 5.5 in this game. Anything for this one?
I just saw in the chat that somebody roasted that Boston is missing a player. So I just looked at the injury, and it's some guy named Anton Blythe, who I've never heard of. So
okay, so big impact there. Got it.
Yeah, so it's obviously Boston will have to find a way to replace that person I've never heard of before. Maybe they have somebody else, but sorry, back to this game.
Somebody else that you've never heard of?
Yeah, somebody else I never heard of, and maybe they'll
Oh,
what?
Marchand suspended.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he was referring to.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I totally forgot about that, even though it was posted like 3 times in my fantasy hockey group last night, and we were all laughing about it, but I totally forgot. That is actually, that's pushing me right towards Detroit plus 1.5. Ooh, I totally forgot about that. Okay, so check my Twitter later because most likely Detroit plus 1.5 is going to be on there right now.
There you go.
Also, I have some breaking news. Nathan S., who said that Ottinger is in net. Unfortunately, he is not. It is Braden Holtby for Dallas versus Carolina. So, unfortunately, I will not be on Dallas because Holtby is not Jake Ottinger. But let's get to this game. Tampa Bay, St. Louis. Tampa Bay is coming off that heartbreaking loss to the future Stanley Cup champions, Minnesota
Buffalo
Wild.
Sabres?
Minnesota Wild in their last game. Tampa played well. But their history in Minnesota was too much for me to look look against. In St. Louis, they also don't do very well. St. Louis is 7, and they've won 7 of their last 8 at home versus Tampa. So again, not a very good spot for Tampa. Not in a good build. Not in a good spot. Let me just quickly check the injury report here. St. Louis has Perron, who's day-to-day, James Neal on IR, Klim Kloston. So I'm not sure if David Perron is playing.
Okay.
But if he isn't, that obviously helps Tampa. This game is a pass for me. This game is a pass. Tampa does have injuries as well, but I can't. This would possibly be another draw spot that you could look at, but no pick for me in it.
Yeah, can I switch my draw play to? No, I'm kidding. I'll ride with my loser. Gonna dress my Red Wings shirt and post it. Go Red Wings, go! Jimmy Howard fan number 1.
Oh, okay,
wear a T-shirt.
Fine.
Lightning money line.
Yeah, he's a
maybe draw. There you go. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe draw. It's just it's tough. This game is tough for me to. This game is tough.
All right. Well, I don't think this next game is going to be that tough for Terry. We get the Carolina Hurricane. Well, we'll skip over the other. Well, the other one's going to be a blowout. It's not really a big deal. We get the Arizona Coyotes in Minnesota taking on the Wild. Wild, a slight minus 355 favorite in this one. Total of 6. All right, Terry. How are you betting the Wild, and how many units are you putting on it?
I am betting the Wild minus 1.5, minus 2.5. Team total over 3.5, and I may even get to the team total over 4.5. I'll just have to wait on that. Wild have outscored their opponents 18-4 in their last 3 home games. 18-4. So that's 6 goals per game. They're facing Arizona. This is okay. Arizona played last night. They're off a shutout. They're probably like in their minds thinking, oh, we got a shutout, we won, yay. And now they're going to come and they're going to face obviously my favorite team, but the team I think should be a Stanley Cup favorite right now. The Wild are playing amazing at home. They're scoring a ton of goals at home. This is the spot. And Nick says Wedgwood is in net. He's better than Vejmelka. I don't see confirmed that Wedgwood is in net yet. Vejmelka is coming off the shutout, so there's always a chance that he could play again. But even if Wedgwood's in net, Minnesota, look what Minnesota did to Vasilevsky. So they scored 4 on him. They scored 7 the 2 previous games at home. This is a team Minnesota likes to play. They've dominated. So I'll be on those bets. I'd also look at Kaprizov goal scoring props or assist. If you can bet the assist, I cashed for me last game. He's done very well against Arizona as well, Kaprizov. So I definitely look at some player point props for him. But obviously I'll be watching this game, and I wouldn't recommend Minnesota money line, obviously, at minus 355. But But if you did want to play if you wanted there's no locks, obviously, but Minnesota's not losing this game, and you can record this and you can replay this if you can keep this in the history. But Minnesota's not losing this game.
All right, Nick, clip it. It's about 40 minutes in. He says no to Minnesota losing this game. Cue that up when Arizona ends up winning 3-2 in overtime.
If Arizona wins 3-2 in overtime, I will blame you forever and ever and ever and ever.
All right, let's bet the draw now. I'm all right with getting blamed. If I can get the draw at what? I think the draw is like freaking plus
380 or something.
No, it's 425.
Oh wow.
That's why I was really close to like I've bet that before. If I ever saw like a draw that's over 400, normally I'm hitting it. Because I've done that like most of the time. It's when like big teams are playing against Arizona or Vancouver, or whatever the deal is. Like a good team going up against a crappy one. Normally, if the line's like minus 250, minus 300, that's where I want to take the overtime.
People may look at it less yesterday. Look, Arizona shut out Winnipeg. They won. People may look at that and be like, hey, maybe Arizona is not as bad as we thought. Winnipeg is not playing well. They've lost. They beat Calgary, but they'd lost like 7 previous to that, or 6. So Winnipeg is not playing well. Coyotes' win last night is more of Winnipeg playing badly than it is Arizona playing well. Arizona's going to come back down to earth, and it's going to happen tonight. Let's go Wild.
Okay. All right. Go back to the chat. Okay. Coyotes getting lucky. Coyotes getting lucky. Robbed me lately. Wedgwood in net. Yeah, better than Vegmelka. Wild minus 2.5. Morning. Jets aren't bad, man. No, the New York Jets suck. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jets. Okay, if you look at the Jets' last 10 games, you can't tell me that they're doing well. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but they're not playing well right now. Right now they are a bad team.
Yep.
At this point in time.
We got 2 more games to go over, and this one should be a good one. Carolina Hurricanes in Dallas facing off against the Stars. It's a pick'em. I got it around 105, 110, somewhere in that range for both teams. 5.5 is your total. We get into this one?
Well, this is the game that I was hoping Jake Oninger would be playing in net for Dallas. He isn't. I don't see any other injuries for Dallas. Ben Bishop, obviously, but he's been out since the beginning of time. Carolina here. So somebody earlier did say about injuries. Tony DeAngelo and Brett Pesce. So you know how Nick was saying about fading teams that have a top defenseman out? Well,
that would
Carolina
be a case there.
2 of their top 4 out now on COVID protocol. So this is if Jake Onger was in that, I'd be slamming multiple units on Dallas, but I don't know. Dallas is playing well, but Carolina is one of the best teams. I don't know. It's tough. It's a pass for me, but there's reasons to go Dallas. There's reasons to go Carolina. There's reasons to go the draw. So I can't blame anybody for whatever they choose on this game because I couldn't see anything happening.
That's fair. And the thing is that you don't have to bet on every single game, so that kind of works. Go here. A 1-0 win is more difficult to win than 7-1. Stars money line.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say to that, but
Carolina and Stars over. That's an interesting take.
Don't know who's going to be in that for Carolina yet with their 2 defensemen out, but Tony DeAngelo has been a really good point producer for Carolina. So him being out, obviously when defensemen are out, you think more goals, but if they're good offensive puck-moving defensemen, it may prevent goals from Carolina. So,
well, I guess we'll have to watch the game and find out. But we get to go on to the last game of the slate. The Kings are around a minus 125 favorite versus the Ducks. A total of 5.5 in this one. Final game of the day. Where are you looking?
Quack, quack. Give me the Ducks. Ducks money line plus 105. They've over-exceeded everyone's, especially mine, expectations for the year. They've been a scrappy team. Minnesota barely beat them, like we barely beat them earlier in the year. They are they're a scrappy team that keeps things close. Now they're going to face Los Angeles, who is still a rebuilding team. They are 9-8-3 on the season. But the good thing for the Kings is if you look at their AHL team, they are absolutely killing it, the Ontario Reign. So Los Angeles has a bright future. But right now, at this point, I think Anaheim's the better team. So, yeah, Anaheim Ducks, quack, quack.
Kings money line. There you go. There you get that. That's bold. Kings suck. Go Ducks. Also, maybe the over 2. Don't mind that.
Yeah, over is tough with those two teams. I always think under, like just in the history of since I started watching hockey, those two teams have kind of been under teams. So, but I'm not really a totals guy, so I won't talk anyone off it. But
I don't mind that at all. But we've made it through the entire slate for today. Before we jump, no, Ducks can score. There you go, in bunches.
I hope so.
There you go. But before we jump into a recap and everything, housekeeping as per usual. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Trying to reach 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. I believe we're at like 1,435 or something like that. Let me pull that up real quick. Not ESPN. 1,439. So if you guys help us out, get up to that 1,500 subscriber mark, that would be cool by the end of the year. Obviously, check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, and the merch, all linked down below. So go ahead and check all that out. Check out Terry on Twitter at Let's Go Wild Picks. We did have it in the scroller, and then we switched over to the Picks and Parleys thing, and we just forgot to put it up. So we'll put it up for the next time that Terry's out. But Let's Go Wild Picks. I'm pretty sure Terry can put it in the chat if you guys are interested in that. But that's the speaking of Picks and Parleys, the schedule for today. Craig already did his show. 7 minutes, 5 plays or 4 of his plays, and 1 from the consensus report. We're live now. Higgs should be going on live now too. So I'm going to actually pull up his stream, and I'll put the link for his stream in the description below. Big thing today. Last Woody standing starts today on the Picks and Parleys channel. So go over there, put your best plays in, and if you guys are the last Woody standing, you guys could win. I think it's like $100 at this point. So definitely get involved there. Go over there, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Picks and Parleys channel, and then game time decision at 6. And then Nick and Lenny are doing the hockey show, Net Picks and Chill on Picks and Parleys channel. So you guys are interested in that. That's at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we'll go ahead and by the way, I did put Higgs' link in the chat below if you guys are interested in going over there and hanging out with him for a little bit, talk some sports. I know he'll do a lot more with college basketball because that's his big thing. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and check that out. Recap for today. I have plays on every single NBA game for whatever reason. I like the Nets -6.5, the over in the Memphis-Toronto game. Phoenix on the money line. The Kings and Lakers game under, and Detroit and Portland game under as well. Nick, light card for him. He's on the same totals as me in the NBA. He's also adding Sacramento +5. And for his NHL card, he's got the Devils puck line, Nashville puck line, and St. Louis on the money line. And then Terry?
New Jersey money line, which I added during the show. Minnesota -1.5. Minnesota -2.5. Minnesota team total over 3.5. And Washington, Florida draw. And finally, quack, quack, Anaheim Ducks money line. That's my card.
There you go. But that should wrap it up for today. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Thank you, Terry, for hopping on again. We'll be back live tomorrow, 10 a.m., me and Nick. We'll be on breaking down the entire card for tomorrow. That's going to wrap it up for today. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Until next time, let's make some money, cash some bets, college basketball today, NHL, NBA. Let's make some money, guys. Good luck. See ya.